What's up, everybody? National Preparedness Month days 23, 24, and 25. Another three for day 23. Fuel storage. How much fuel do you have? How much fuel should I have? Depends. I keep my vehicles, I don't let my vehicles get below a half a tank. Refill them when they get to a half a tank. It's just as an SOP. If I'm going to go do Grindstone Ministries stuff, I make sure the tanks are full, and then I make sure that I have at least a full tank's worth of fuel that goes with me. A lot of our stuff has 50 and 100 gallon transfer tanks on it because fuel is really, really important after hurricanes, especially. Not tornadoes, because tornadoes don't take out entire counties, generally speaking, unless it's Mayfield. You can still get stuff after a tornado. Hurricanes, on the other hand, knock entire areas offline when it comes to power, no fuel. So we bring a lot of fuel with us. I have probably at least 100 gallons and 5-gallon cans in my barn that I rotate through between diesel and gasoline each year. Why? Because they don't keep more than a couple of years. You can add stay bill to it, and that does help. But here, where it's humid all the time, just throughout the seasons, as water condensates inside of the gas cans, you'll get water in your fuel and it'll go bad. I also use premixed fuel for my chainsaws, premixed, and that stuff works really good, but it's very expensive. So audit your fuel storage, which goes into vehicle maintenance day 24. If you had to leave right now, could you? Does your stuff run? And what vehicles would you take? We'll get into that in a moment. Like, if you had all the time in the world to bug out, wouldn't you rather bug out? Doesn't Pastor Joe say, I'd rather you leave 2 weeks too early than, 5 minutes too late? Same. So, are your vehicles in good repair? And should you have, 12-volt air compressors and tire repair kits on your trucks? Yup. And fluids and, spare windshield wipers and all that stuff? Yup. If you have the room for it and if you know how to do those things. Because, amazingly, not everybody knows how to change their own oil anymore or change their own tires anymore. The art of the calloused hand is dying, or at least being outsourced by many to those that do have calloused hands. Okay, cool. But is your vehicle maintained? Could you go if you had to go right now? And I've owned plenty of vehicles where it's like, well, we're going to cross both fingers and we're going to say a prayer and we're going to turn the key 3 times and kiss it once for good luck and hope that it goes. I get it. I've been there too. But to the extent that you can keep your vehicles ready to roll, you should. Make sure that your vehicles are maintained. And tires. Gosh dang, people, tires. Tires are how your vehicle interfaces with the road. So have good tires. Even if you have a shit car, have good tires on it, or you're going to slide off the damn road. So, yeah, vehicle maintenance, very important. Now, especially now, rule of law, and then potentially post rule of law, without rule of law, because ideally we're still moving. We're moving from where things are less bad, or where things are bad, to where things are less bad and or good, right? AKA bugging out. Lastly, bump plan. Okay, I'm taking all these vehicles. How many people I gotta move? Let's say I gotta move 6 people. Okay. Do I have vehicles that all 6 people fit in? Yup. Do I want to put all 6 people in one vehicle? Not necessarily. Because as part of your loadout on your vehicles, you should have a recovery kit, a tow strap, chains, whatever, winch if needed. That if one of the vehicles goes down, we have another vehicle or 2 other vehicles that we can move people out of one and into the other, and we all still fit, and all of our stuff still fits. And so resist the urge to fill the vehicle to the brim, because if the vehicle goes down, now what? I'd rather bring my family with me and leave the car on the side of the road than not be able to. And also, what do the vehicles look like? I don't know about you. I grew up in the country. There were plenty of times we towed vehicles that didn't run with a tow strap or a chain behind a pickup truck that did. How far is your bug out? What route are you taking? Is that going to attract attention? Yeah, vehicles are going to attract attention anyway. If we're going down I-40, it's going to attract a lot more attention than if we're going down a country dirt road or a gravel road. So, recovery straps, bump plan. If one vehicle goes down, who goes into the other vehicle? What do we cross load from vehicle A to vehicle B? These are all things you should be thinking about right now. So have your fuel storage, especially coming up before this election. Make sure your vehicles are maintained. Stuff's not going to get any cheaper. The dollar's not going to get any stronger. And then bump plan. If things go sideways, what do? Move people and stuff out of one vehicle, put them in vehicles 2 and 3, or 4, 5, 6, whatever you got. And last, I guess a little bonus, I like vehicles that can tow trailers because I can fit a lot more in a trailer than I can in a vehicle. Now, most trailers are not designed to go off-road or even go on rough roads. So bear that in mind, and they have very, very poor clearance. But I can put a lot of stuff on a trailer, bulky stuff that's not necessarily heavy stuff, like those 37-gallon black and yellow totes filled with blankets and food and sleep kit and propane stoves and all that stuff. Put it in the trailer. We're on the road, good to go. And ideally, we're going to a place where we already have most of our stuff stashed anyway. So that's days 23, 24, 25. Fuel, vehicle maintenance, and bump plan. I appreciate y'all. Share these. Shalom.